Hey, this is Mr. Roche. We're working on the code for the 7-segment number display, and we were working on routines to run it. We have a show number generalized routine that you give it a number and we'll make it happen, basically. So if you send it 0, we're going to make num 0 based on our array list up here, array. Okay, whoopee, I got to add a semicolon up there. And we're going to make that all happen, okay? So that's what we're going to do, okay? We were working on, if you go 0, we make a number using our 0 array here, and we send it down here. And, oops, I made a mistake here. Let's call this like the, I don't know, the seg list or something like this. Okay, and that's a list. So it's very important that you have these two little brackets here, okay? And then what we're going to do is run this from the negative segments, which is basically this number is 8. Okay, so segment, basically the segment settings. Okay, in each display, and basically we change this to seg list. Okay. So if it's 1, what we're going to do is we're going to go digital right, okay? And basically our number list starts at 2, okay? So we're going to go, instead of going from 0, we're just going to go, here we're going to add 2 to everything. So we're going to go I plus 2, that'll get us the first one, okay? And we want it to be high. Okay, to turn on, okay, and I gotta go like this to close off that if then else, and I'm gonna say else, and if it's not gonna be 1, then we're gonna set it to 0, okay, so we'll say digital right I plus 1 to low, so it'll turn it off, okay, and that will actually run all the things, okay. So basically right now we can kind of test it for 0 and then we can work on it. And then basically the code's done except for making all the number things here. We've made 0, and what we'd have to do is just kind of keep making more of these, okay? But we're going to test this out first and see what. Okay, so to review, we have we have a pin set up. We have pins identified, basically. We have pins set up for here. We have a show number routine. We have a make number routine. And basically, and we have something that turns everybody off. And so what we do is we call show number. Show number calls make number. And make number uses this to start the list. So what should happen is hopefully 0 should show up. And we'll start it. So there it goes. That's good. And then it has to run through all the other numbers, right? So right now only 0 shows up, so we're doing that. That's good, okay? Terrific. So let's try to make 1 now, okay? So 1 just uses B and C. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to change it to 1, okay? And A is off, B is on, C is on, D is off, E is off, and so is F, okay? And then, so that's added now, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to do this. I want to add on another thing to make this happen, okay? And in the Arduino language, there's something called an else if, okay? So there's if, and then else, and then there's this other thing called an else if. So you can kind of keep going with this. So you can say else if n equals 1, then what we're going to do is do this. We'll do 1 here, okay? So we'll say make num of 1, okay? And let's see what happens if we do that. I don't know if I think I need another one of these. Okay, yeah, okay. So else if this is true, then make 1. Let's see if this runs. Okay, whoopee, down here. I got that problem here. Let me take a look at this. So 0, make one 1. I don't know if I need another else here. I think I have these backwards. Let me see. Hang on a sec. I'll check. I found the error, and it's the fact that I have this backwards. That's the problem here. So let's try this again. Okay, run the simulation. Okay, so see how it goes 0 and 1 now? Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. 0, 1. That's good, right? Okay, so it's pretty easy to do, okay? So what we'll do is we'll go up and do 2 now. And this makes it kind of a good system, right? Okay. And then for this one, we want a whole bunch of them on. So we want A, B, not C, D, E, not F. So it's everybody but C and F, basically. And the decimal point, right? So A is going to be on. Okay, A is on, B is on, C's not on, D is on, okay, E is on, F is not on, but G is on, and the decimal point is not on. Okay, so you do that, so I'm adding the third thing, and then you have to go down to here and basically keep this going, okay? So we're going to say if n is 2, then we're going to make num for 2. And we'll see what happens. Here we go. 1. Yes. Okay, so that looks good, right? And it's going to kind of keep cycling through this, okay? So what I want you to do is finish this off and see if you can get this done, okay? So I'm going to work on mine, and you work on yours, and we'll see what happens, okay? Okay, so I've got my, my patterns here based on these numbers, and basically I tried to like kind of arrange them, and I made it as simple as possible, but I made them all into arrays. So when I run it, it's doing its thing, which is great, and it gets to 9, and we can speed it up or slow it down and things like that, but that's all good. And then what I did do here too is that you have to add to your else ifs things for all of the arrays here. Notice that when you get to the end, you don't need an else if, and it doesn't make sense to do it, because if you've gotten to 0 and all the way through 8, then the only thing it could be here would be 9 in our system, right? Because we only allow those kind of things to happen. So you just say, at the end, you just say else here, okay? So it would look like that, but you need things to run your loop. But what's great about this is that, see the void loop here? It's very, very, very short, which is good. And we've sort of offloaded all the processing over there. Okay? We could actually make an all-off one here if we wanted to. But I just didn't. We could actually run that through the show number. We could show number none or something like that and have them all be off, which would actually be cool. But since we've been using the all-off, let's go with this, okay? And that seems fine. But what I like about what we're doing is we're using loops to do things, which is good. And like segments are great for learning about loops. And we're using like kind of a one if then, and we only have one show number that we use again and again and again, and we just give it different numbers via these arrays, okay? So there's different ways to do this too, but this is kind of a simple way to do it. What I want you to do is get this done yourself, okay? I need to see your Tinkercad files for this, okay? And send me a link to it, and I can check it out. I think what you do here is you just say share. Yeah, you go share here, okay? And you can share over, you know, you can send it to, what I want to do is get a link. So I think if you go like this, you just copy this link and put it in the thing. And if the link expires, I'll ask you to send me a new one or something like that. It looks like the links can expire. I think if you make them public, I think that's what Nick was looking into this, and I think if we make it public, we can do that and keep the link open. So let me see if we can do that. So we go here. This is our thing here. I think you go to properties, and then you go public. And I think the link will be open then. Okay, so do that, and then give me a link to this thing. Okay, and then if you share it, I think we can share it from here. How do we get the link to it? Let me see. I don't want to do that. I guess I'll go in here. If I go do this, then the link it doesn't expire. And if it expires, I'll have to get you to send me to it to give you credit. So anyway, let's see here. Okay, so just go here again. We still have this link. Still have the shared thing, but that's okay. We can deal with it. Or actually no, you can just give me this link, I think, because now it's public, and I can get to it. Okay, so that's what I want to see. I want to make sure that it's you doing it, and send me the link. Okay, so thanks, and talk to you soon.